A very good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us on a weekend. I'm Surbhi Agarwal, founder of LegalWiki, and I welcome all of you to this webinar on how to prepare for top corporate legal roles. For this webinar, we are thrilled to have Mr. Barath Kumar with us today. And before we dive into the session, let me take a moment to introduce LegalWiki to all of you. So, if I'll talk about LegalWiki is a first legal news platform that presents legal news under 100 words. So, in a simple language with an option to explore more in depth insights. So, whether you're a law student or legal professional, we are so engrossed in our work and studies that we often overlook the importance of staying updated, right? So, at LegalWiki, what we are trying to do is we're trying to make it effortless. So, with our website, legalwiki.co, you can stay informed in just less than 5 minutes a day on key legal developments. And we have received an overwhelming response, and more than 8,000 users have already visited our websites in last 4 months. So, our goal is to become in shorts, but for a legal community. And beyond news, we have launched LegalWiki Connect. So now this is a platform where top legal professionals share their career journey and insights. And through this series of webinar, so what we're trying to do is we aim to guide you in making informed career decision. And this is just a beginning. We are excited to have you on this journey. So now I'll just take another minute to share the user experience with you. So recently we conducted a poll on our LinkedIn. And through this particular survey, we're excited to share that we received an amazing response. So, like that, the particular our website, they will be referring to this daily. It was the need of the hour. It is a really great and knowledgeable website. Categorization is wonderful, and it is definitely legal version of InShorter. So now let's get back to today's webinar, and we welcome all of you to this webinar today. And it is a pleasure to introduce Mr. Bharat, who will be guiding us through how to make a career in corporate law. So, if I'll talk about Mr. Bharat, he's a seasoned corporate legal professional who is currently serving as a director legal at Sutherland. With over 15 years of experience, he has held key positions at renowned organizations like Samsung, Cognizant, ICICI Bank, where he served as in-house counsel, and his core area of expertise includes litigation, contract management, taxation, and regulatory compliance. In addition to these corporate accomplishments, Mr. Bharat is a passionate social worker, a mentor, and a motivational speaker, actively promoting legal awareness and youth empowerment. As a dedicated career coach, he continues to inspire and guide aspiring legal professionals who share his commitment to excellence in law and leadership. Now, moving further, do you want to be a corporate lawyer? And do you also think that a corporate law is like how it is portrayed in series Suits? So let's understand one by one who are actually the corporate lawyer and how the reality is different from what we have seen in the series Suit. So, in this webinar, we will be discussing all these topics. So, first of all, we'll start with what is actually a corporate legal job, skills required for corporate legal jobs, then in house counsel and law firm practice. What is the difference between both? And how to prepare yourself for a career legal corporate legal career, what are the job opportunities, how you can find corporate legal jobs, then there will be some resume and interview tips which will be shared with you guys, and then career growth and further opportunities in this particular field, and finally the advice and insights. Now, without further ado, I'll hand over the session to Mr. Bharat. So, thank you so much, Bharat, for accepting our invitation and joining us today. We are excited to learn from your expertise. So, shall we begin with this session?
Thanks for the invite, and thanks for LegalWiki for conducting this webinar series. It's pleasure to be on your webinar. And nice welcome to the young legal professionals. So, by this session, I just want to make it more engaging and it will be a two-way traffic. So, I will just go through what I have. I will explain all these things, and then in the end of the session, we'll have one-to-one question answers which they
Sure.
post in the comments.
So those who have questions, you can also comment down in the chat box, and we will be taking each and every question.
Thanks.
Yes.
So, this session is all about how to get into corporate and what are the basics of corporate and everything. So, um, talking about corporate law, when people think corporate law, they will either see two things. One is working as a legal advisor in a corporate or a corporate lawyer who works for a corporate law firm. This is what majority people will know about corporate law. But to be frank, these are the top career options for law graduates. So first of all, you can start as a individual practitioner in a law firm, and then these are top career options for all the law graduates, not just corporate law. So first, some 4 5 things were coming to the general legal, and the bottom is for corporate law. So when you finish a law, these are the options. First is you can practice as individual practice litigator. Then you can join a law firm. You can work as a partner associates. You can try for civil judge and magistrate exams. You can study LLM. You can go for lecturership, professors and all, or you can try for exams for public prosecutor, government pleader, or you can also apply for this notary, commission of votes and all. And JAG is a posting which is there in the military, Judge Advocate General. There is a separate exam for this. So, if time permits, I will take you in last about this. Then, coming to the corporates and all, we have a new field called legal journalism. Just like Surbi, what is she is doing, it is more of a legal journalism, legal correspondence. Major law sites are hiring with a handsome package for this legal journalist who will work in court and who will bring interesting news from the court. And then the next one is corporate law or in-house legal counsel, what we call. That is my profession. So basically, after completing law, you can join a company. You can handle their litigation, contracts, end to end. That is the general counsel role. And specifically, you can join as a contract manager also. Those contract manager will not handle litigation. They will day in day out they will handle contracts, and there is a scope for paralegal professional, litigation support professionals. Um, they will not directly engage as a what is it, litigation litigators or contracts. They will support this litigation function. And the next we have this IPR professionals. They will deal with this copyright, trademark patents, right from filing to into the litigation also. Then we have a new sector called investigators or criminologists who will help the police people and others for investigations. And after this digital data protection act, introduction of DPDP Act 2023, there is a new opening called data privacy professionals. There is a designated posting in every company for this, that is called DPO, data protection officer. Every company needs to appoint a data protection officer. So if you are well versed in data privacy laws, you can apply for this data professional officers and laws immigration officers. There is a large demand for this immigration officers because we need to study the immigration laws of the different countries, and we can assess the people who are immigrating to the other countries. So these are the different career options which is available for a law graduate, fresh law graduate. So we can move on to the next.
Sure. So seems like we do have a lot of career options when it
Lot
comes
of
to corporate law. Yes. So
Definitely. Whatever I put it in this slide is just a tip of the iceberg. There are a lot of things are there.
yes. So
So from outside, if you ask me what is corporate legal job, so I think this will give you an overview. But this is not 100%, but this is the tip of the iceberg. First thing, whenever you join a company, there will be litigation. There will be litigation, and the dispute resolution will be there. So the and one thing I always advise to the young law graduates who are studying in college or just finished their law. Um, Even if you aspire to become a corporate lawyer or contract manager, try to take internships during your college days. So once you go to court, you will get this practical exposure, how this litigation works, how this contract works, and all. So that will give you a fair idea. That will help you once you what do you say graduate as a graduate and then go for a corporate legal job. So handling going for the internship is one of the most important things that will help you for litigation and dispute resolution. Then contract management is the most what do you say, day in day out job for a corporate lawyer. So what is it? Simple day-to-day contracts like service contract, sales contract, business development agreement, NDAs, SOWs, MSCs. All these will come day in day out. So if you want to be a corporate lawyer, the first and foremost skill you need to make yourself what is it, very familiar with the basics of contracts. You need to study about the boilerplate of concept. And one more thing, contract management cannot be taught in a session and all. That's my opinion. Normally, we need to have a practical exposure to this contract management. So, while you're in a college, you can start drafting a lease agreement for your home or any small contracts. You can go through those contracts. You can get well versed with what are the basic clauses of the contracts and all. Then the another important work for a corporate legal lawyer is compliance and risk management. So there are lots of complaints, whether it's statutory complaints, labor law complaints, everything. We need to access those complaints, and we have to list them all the complaints, and we need to mitigate the risk. So that is one of the most important things. And then handling intellectual property. Intellectual property is one of the hot areas in corporate legal job. So every business wants to build their intellectual property, build their brand name, trademark, copyrights, everything will come under this. So make yourself, I would say, familiar with this basic IPR laws. Then corporate governance is one of the most important things. So handling this boardroom, make yourself familiar with this company law act, Companies Act, and other corporate governance things. M&A is one of the specialized area. There is a very huge demand for merger and acquisition lawyers in India right away because large corporates are merging and they are acquiring small companies. So M&A is one of the most. And the latest one is this global data GDPR and other DPDP. Earlier, we used to have this only GDPR. Now, after this introduction of DPDP Act 2023, there is a huge demand for this data protection officers. So there is a lot of courses were there for this data protection, CIPP, Certified Institute of Privacy Professionals, and a lot of privacy courses are there. By what is it, learning this data privacy, you can be a data protection officer. So these are the basic work what a corporate lawyer is doing. Um, can we move on to the next one? Do
So
you have
yeah,
anything, Sophie?
sorry.
Yeah. Do you have any queries or anything?
No, so those who have any queries, you can also mention the chat box. We would be happy to take that. And apart from there is one question we do have. So basically, as there are a lot of different fields are available when it comes to corporate law, how one can decide that which area of law will be best suited for that particular person, and how to go about it. I think this is one of the interesting and challenging question to be answered.
Okay, okay. I will take how to say this question as from my life example itself. The thing is that if you want to play cricket, you can play cricket. Only after playing cricket, you can know that whether you are interested in you are a batsman or bowler or you are an all rounder or a wicket keeper. Just like this, try to be a generalist. Initially, I can see a lot of young law graduates asking that I have passion for sports law, I have passion for GDPR and all. But to be frank with you, enter this legal profession with open mind. Try to be a generalist, legal generalist. Try to take roles which will teach you litigation, contracts, everything in play. Only after trying all these things, you can what do you say? You can make up your mind whether which one is suited best for you. I started my career as a legal journalist. I started in a logistics company. In my portfolio, I handled litigation, contracts management, compliance, end to end. Whatever the legal issues comes to that region will come to me. So that still till now, I can say that if I can break down my portfolio, I can say 30% of my portfolio is into handling litigation management, litigation management is my forte. In initial years, I used to handle a lot of litigation, right from check bonds, consumer, admiralty suits, legal metrology, company law matters, everything. Over a point of time, it evolved as a contracts. Contracts is my another strength area. I used to handle all types of contracts, like right from a general service agreement, sale agreement, and all to engineering and procurement contract, SaaS contract, software as a service, to all MSAs and all. These are the major two areas of my strength areas. Apart from that, this compliance, IPR, all these will come to the next 30-40%. So, if I can say, for young lawyers, try your hand at everything.
So
Then only
during
you
the
can
initial years,
initial
during the
years.
initial years, they can give it a try. They can do internships with different
Yeah.
organizations to understand how does the different areas of law works, and accordingly they can take a decision.
Yeah, and one more thing, I always there is a ongoing debate whether to go for a virtual internship or on-site internship.
Correct,
That also
correct.
I wanted to answer. The first thing, um, there are two different exposure that will give. This virtual interview will train you, will master you on your research, because you will be only supporting on what is it, research in case laws or paperworks. On the other hand, this on-site interview will give you exposure on practical exposure on how the litigation works and how the contracts team is reviewing the retaining the contract and all. So, in initial years of your law college, like first or second year, 1 to 2 to 3 years, you can go for virtual internship. After fourth or fifth year, you should try for this on-site internship, and this is one area of approaching internship. Another area is um, try to go for law firm internship in early days. That will give you how the code works. You will get a practical exposure on how the code is doing, and contracts also as an external lawyer, how you are reviewing the contract. That will give you exposure on law firms. Once after finishing a couple of 3-4 internships in law firms, switch to corporate law internships. There you will get a exposure on how the litigation as an in-house counsel we are approaching litigation, and or how we are approaching this contracts as an in-house counsel, because handling a particular contract as a external counsel is very different from handling a contract as an in-house counsel, because in external counsel you can say an option that this is not applicable, this is applicable, this we can take a strong stand. But
Correct.
in-house counsel needs to be what do you say, think on business angles. You cannot say no to your CEO. You cannot say no to a particular type of business. Uh, you can only say that this is not possible in this way, but this can be possible by enabling this. um, I will just quote an example, Subhi. My first legal head, Mr. Nimal Kumar Pandey, he is the head of Gati earlier. Now he is running a law firm. The moment I entered corporate law from a practicing counsel, he told advice that don't think like as a practicing lawyer. You are an in-house counsel now. Uh, you need to think as a business legal solution provider. Then only you can excel in this portfolio. That's where he quoted this thing. You cannot say yes or no bluntly. You have to say that yes, it is possible by this way, or even if it is no, no, it is not possible in this way. You can take this route. You can take the alternate route. You have to enable the business. You should not be a showstopper. So
Correct.
commercial angle needs to be there, Sophie. I hope I have answered your
Yeah.
thing.
So actually, we have one question from Paridhi. Ki what is compliance management? Please elaborate. It's never taught in law school. What exactly is done, and how can we take compliance related internships, sir?
Okay, okay. To be frank with you, compliance is very vast subject. The thing is that this compliance law, the labor law compliance and other statutory compliance will differ from state to state. Tamil Nadu Shops and Establishment Acts states a particular set of rules, whereas this Gurgaon or Maharashtra state have different set of labor law compliance. And but one good thing is during my initial period of my career, we don't have that much of compliance support from the external. Now there are a lot of compliance tools are there. So if you enter, you have a particular office in your particular city like Chennai. If you enter the tool with a particular set of location, that will give you a list of complaints which we need to take. Like you have to obtain a software establishment approval from software establishment license, and then here this if there's a contract, you are engaging contract labor act, you need to ensure that you have a your contractor has a contract labor management license, and then right from this what is it, ESIP of POSH, everything will come under this compliance, and there are a lot of tools are there.
Okay.
So and this is a vast
Ah,
subject. We need to
correct.
take it state by state.
So let's move forward. So why corporate law? If someone wants to enter into this particular field, how they can decide that why we should go for a corporate law?
Okay. Why you should choose corporate law? Very interesting question. Based on my experience and based on this market trend, I just try to answer you. The thing is that there is a large demand of corporate legal professionals. If you can see, um, if there are 100% of law graduates coming out of a college, I always think that more than 50% will go to practice. So only some 10-20% will people will come to corporate, and there is a huge demand. One good thing about this corporate legal profession is this: if the economy is booming, then this corporate lawyer will have what is it, a good
Definitely.
market. The same way, if the economy is going down, then also we have a good what is it good demand.
Ah,
During COVID, since most of the companies hit by force majeure and all, there
force
is a
majeure. Yes,
large works for we used to initiate this force majeure notice and all. So,
correct.
and one more thing, if someone wants to build a company, someone is starting a startup, then also for registration of a company, registration, obtaining license, the lawyer's role will be there. And if someone wants to close their business, winding up, there also
Also,
our role will be there. So I always see that all the other functions, like even HR and other functions, will come into picture lately only. The first person, if I want to, if a person want to start a business, the first person they will approach is a legal professional.
legal
So that is,
counsel.
and if they want to close down also, we will be there to guide them.
Correct.
So I always say that legal soul is in a corporate world is A to Z. Whatever is there, they want to start a new business, they want to start a new product. There also our inputs will be there. If they slash with a
Correct.
notice, that's there also our role. So always there is a huge demand for this corporate legal professionals,
Corporate. Yes,
and
correct.
there is high earning potential. Should be.
Ah,
Um, you can see a lot of national law NLAUS graduates and even graduates, law graduates is getting a good amount of pay. If you can see
correct.
a person with 5 years of experience, what is it, a non-law graduate, engineering or science or other graduates,
Ah,
are earning way lesser than the law graduates who is working on corporate. So that is one thing, and there is a diverse career options are there. So you can start as a, if you are good in litigation, you can be work as a litigation counsel. If you are good in contracts, you can work as a contract counsel. If you are very interested in this, so to say, employment law, you can be an employment law counsel. If you have a passion for this IPR, you can be a IP counsel, or
IP.
the lot of career options are there. That is one
Correct.
thing, and most of the chief legal officer have become what is it, CLOs. CLOs have become CXOs or CEOs. So by involving in a day-to-day business, they think like a, what is it? Always a good legal counsel will think like a businessman, how to enable business, and they involve in strategic role in business decision making. And all by doing this, they will elevate it to those top levels. So there is an option. As if you start as a legal counsel, you can be a business leader. So I have
Correct.
seen people who are rose to those positions. So that is one of the, because in other roles like sales, operations, and all, if you go, there will be a limit will be there. But in legal, sky is your limit,
Correct.
and we can explore new branches in corporate legal profit, because law is always evolving field. So when I started, there is very less exposure for this IPR and all, and I never heard about this data privacy in my initial days of career. Only this
Ah,
GDPR. Once if it involves European and American companies used to have this GDPR clauses or not, but now India has introduced this GDP Act. So there are a lot of new things are happening in law. So there is always demand for whenever wherever there is a how do you say will there is a lawyer. Same like
Correct.
whether there is a problem, the lawyers
Lawyers will
force
be
will be
there.
there.
Yeah, and when it comes to corporate law, you do have a very diverse career opportunities, high earning potential at the same time, and demand will always be there. Like you mentioned during the COVID time, also, the demand for corporate lawyer was again at peak. When it comes to litigation, so basically there were certain restrictions. When it comes to litigation, we are not able to go to the court were closed. Yes, but when it comes to corporate law, we were working from home and we were working for clients, but still we were drafting the agreements. And if there was a force majeure, then again we were implementing that particular clause.
Particular clause. True.
So yes, and you will have like different sort of a work, different type of matters you will be handling when it comes to corporate law, different sectors at the same time.
Sectors.
Yes,
Take
sir.
my career as an example. I started my career in a logistics company. After a couple of years, I moved on to insurance sector. I worked in insurance sector for a couple of years, and then I moved on to a distribution company, and then I
Nice.
moved on to a automobile company, Hyundai. After a couple of years in Hyundai, I worked in Samsung for 1 year, a brief period, and then Samsung is a what to say, health, domestic consumer products, and then from Samsung, I worked in an elevator company, Pune Elevators. They
Okay.
deal with this elevator and escalator. This their set of laws relating to this elevator sector is different. Um there the contracts will be more on this engineering and procurement contracts type, and the safety they used to give how do you say very importance to safety, because this elevator industry is they will treat their safety as equal to the aviation industry, because we are transporting people up and down. So after spending 3 years with Kone, I worked in Cognizant. It's IT distribution company.
Yes,
That
yes.
gave me a different exposure. Then I worked for a automobile company again, Sono Comstar. I worked there for 1.5 years. There, the exposure is more into handling this, how to say, how the motors work. We used to produce this EV motors and other motors. So those technical knowledge will be there, patents and all will come. Now I'm back with IT sector in Sutherland. So one the corporate lawyer will have this flexibility. You will have exposure to all these different sectors. If the IT is not doing well, I can switch back to manufacturing, or I can go back to insurance or any other sector. Other professions like engineering and other core professionals will not have this advantage. As a support function, HRs, finance, legal will have this flexibility. We can switch sectors,
Hmm. So you can work with different sectors,
different
and
sectors.
after that, you will have a different exposure. And at the same time, if you want to go solo, you want to be an entrepreneur, you can also start where you can work with different clients at the same time. This is how.
Yes, should be. Actually, to be frank with you, uh, all the corporate lawyers will have a what is a final thing after completing superannuation and all. They will start a law firm. As I told, my previous boss started a law firm called Lex Ajaba. They are doing well. So after having this much of in-house experience in different sectors, we can start our own law firms. That is also there.
So let's move forward. So, what are the skills required for corporate legal jobs?
Okay. The first thing, as you said, legal knowledge is the first thing. We need to
Correct.
understand, we need to know where to approach and what to approach. If no, normally, if a general clients, they will come up with all the basic points. So you have your work is easy. But for corporate, they will just come up with a set of problem. So you need to understand what is you need to have a business understanding of where we need to support. We need once you understand the business, then only you can give a good legal advice. So the first thing, business understanding and legal knowledge needs to be there, and commercial awareness. The second thing, the thing is that normally, uh, if you start like going for litigation or trying for alternate dispute resolution method or out of court settlement, it's more of a commercial awareness. Here, as a practicing counsel, you always try to what is it, encourage litigation, or because parties will come approach you for litigation only. But as an in-house counsel, your duty is to reduce litigation. That
Correct.
will so you need to approach this problem as a in a commercial angle. If you want to litigate, how much is the cost? Or if you settle out of court, or if you try alternate ADR and all, what is the cost? So the companies will always value in that perspective only. So you have to bring commercial awareness. You have to what is it, be aware of the commercials and the drafting and negotiation skills, because day in day out you will face these contracts. So the opposite party, supplier, vendor, service providers, everyone will how do you say uh, will be dealing them with negotiation of contracts, negotiating the clauses, basic clauses, and drafting. So those are one of the important points. And communication, because legal will have to interact with all the other departments.
Correct.
Most of the departments will come to you. HR will come with the employment issue. A facilities team will come with to you for what is it, either to take a new premises or terminate existing premises, or uh, trying to onboard a new vendor, or terminating a vendor. So basically, you need to communicate. You need to be, what is it, solution provider. You need to be approachable. So that is one of the things. And problem solving and decision making. I will, and also anticipation and out of box thinking. This is a most important thing, should be. The thing is that I will just quote an example on this also. When I joined corporate, it was early, very early age. It was during 2010, I think so. In my first corporate job, the company is not doing financially well in that time. So we got arrest warrant, ship arrest. In Admiralty jurisdiction, we got an order that not to sail the ship out of the port, because we have a liability of outstanding with the supplier. He approached the court in Admiralty jurisdiction and got the order. Uh, they will always try to push that order on Friday, just like how the arrest happened, because you cannot approach the court on Saturday and Sunday, and the ship will be there in the port for 2 days. We have to pay huge charges for the port authorities, and whatever the goods, if there is a perishable goods that will go, there will be huge irreparable loss to the company. So fortunately, on that day, I was there in High Court for another matter. So when I got to know that there is a ship arrest against our company, immediately I rushed to my senior, who was also there, fortunately there in the premises. It was close to 6:30, so we approached the CJ and asked for a residence motion. He left earlier, so we met him in the residence. In Madras High Court, and the judge's residence were somewhere around 5 to 10 kilometers. So we met them, and uh, during meanwhile, I tried to contact with my operations head and all, try to what is it, get some information. What are the goods available in that ship? Fortunately, we have some vegetables there. There are a lot of things were there. There are perishable goods were there. The vegetables were there, and medicines were there. So this is purely a commercial dispute. We need to pay some charges to the service provider. We couldn't pay. The company is not able to make the payment on time. So they approached. Instead of taking it as a commercial dispute, what we did is I put an affidavit stating that we have perishable goods that needs to be transported to Andaman. There are some vegetables are there. There are life-saving medicines are there. So if the ship
Correct.
is not sailed today, there will be a huge irreparable loss to the company also. And then there is some food scarcity in Andaman, and the medicines, life-saving medicines were there. The judge was very. I don't want to quote him, but he is a very good person, a good human being. He took this on account, and he told, "Okay, you how much you can pay, or how you can mobilize this fund." I told, "We don't have time for this because time is running out. Ship has to be sailed at 8:30 or 9 o'clock." Then he told, "What you can propose?" I told, "I can give a bank guarantee, and I can what do you say? I will try to move the ship today, and once the matter comes on Monday, we will try to make some payments." So judge accepted that point, and he gave that release order at around 8:30, and then we rushed back to the bank, and we got a bank guarantee. We submitted to the registrar, and the ship was about to sail at 8:30. It sailed at 10:30. I ran from pillar to post to make this happen. But to be frank with you, when I got this news, I informed my chief legal officer, my legal head, about this. He told he started giving instruction on what to do on Saturday and Sunday to enable what to do in the court in Monday. You need to file this on Monday. This I told just wait for some time. I am trying something different, and it happened. Fortunately, it happened, and the ship was sailed on the same day. It was a huge thing on that day, because I was very raw junior. Nobody thought this would happen and all. This is purely out of our thinking,
Out
and
of
I
the box.
anticipated these things, and problem solving, decision making, team effort. All these things will come. So
Correct.
small things like this will what do you say, create your brand value.
Yes. Perfect. So let's move forward and let's understand what's the difference between working with in-house counsel and law firm practice. Because most of them want to switch from in-house to law firm, and some of them,
Correct.
after gaining years of experience in a law firm, they also switch to in-house counsel. So, what are the different aspect of when you're working with in-house counsel and when you're working in a law firm?
Okay, so I just need to put a disclaimer here. As a in-house counsel, I always tend to support in-house counsel, but I always try to be fair on this. Uh,
Yeah.
the thing is that first, the work environment or the client number of clients. In law firm practice, you will have multiple clients, so you will have multiple exposure on one hand. On the other hand, as a in-house counsel, your company, your corporate is the only client, so you know what to do and what to not to do, and you have know their mindset, you know their commercial awareness and all. So your job will be easy. You don't need to worry about handling multiple clients. Your company is the only client. That is one good thing. And in law firm practice, as you always know, long as a litigator, you need to be on the court at 10 o'clock, and the client meeting will start after court hours, after 4 or 5 or 6. After it will go till 10 o'clock. Even uh, as in-house counsel, I used to get appointments in my for my panel counsel after 10 o'clock only, because they will handle this private clients till 10. And he's one of my college senior. He used to give
Huh.
appointment after 10 only. I used to sit with them till 3 a.m. in the morning, next morning, to draft and file some urgent cases and all. So, uh, in a law firm practice, you will always have this long hours and high pressure, but you will have get some good vacations and all. But in in-house counsel, you don't have this vacation concept. Now you will have this limited vacations, but your work-life balance will be better usually. It is particular 9 to 5 job, and the work from home, all these things will be there. The work-life balance will be better, usually better. There also, if there is some important notice or a showcase notice, something comes on that day, you will feel the pressure and you will have to stay long. And about specialization, at a particular point of time, as in-house counsel, you can only focus on the particular industry. You can be a specialized. If you're working on a logistic company, you can only work, concentrate on what are the laws relating to this particular field. Or if you work for an IT company, you can only concentrate on those industry laws. But when it comes to handling a law firm, you need to be master of all. You need to handle everything. That is one thing. And the career growth, as a law firm practitioner, you can start as associate, and you can be a partner. You can found your law firm. That is your here. If you start as a legal officer, legal executive, you can be promoted as a legal manager, and then you can, sky is the limit here. You can go up to this general counsel role, or even a business leader there. So that is one thing. And handling clients, in-house, normally there are internal stakeholders only. Your clients will be your HR team, your admin, your sales, marketing, all the departments. In law firm practice, whereas you will have multiple external clients. So I don't want to, I would say, conclude anything here.
Mhm.
For some one set of people,
Depends
law firm
upon
practice
the
will be
interest also. It depends upon
yes,
the person's interest also at the same time.
true.
But you should be aware of like what is the difference between both the field in-house as a or law firm also.
True. I have seen people who are working initial career in a law firm switched over to in-house, and
Huh. I have
then
seen
from
even
there.
my friends after 4 5 years of experience, most of them have also my seniors also shifted to the in-house counsel because of work-life balance. So
uh,
mostly this is the
I have
reason.
seen both these things. I have seen people who started as in-house counsel after some 4 5 years or 10 years after achieving their financial goals. They switch to law firm practice for
Okay. Huh.
independency and all. Both are there.
Huh, huh. Correct.
So it's up to the individual to choose
Individual,
which is
yes.
best suited for them. And
So So let's move on to how to prepare for a corporate legal career. So step by step, if someone wants to start, so what are the steps they should follow?
Yes, so the first thing, education, legal education, LLB. LLB is enough. And I think you have asked one question whether LLM is must or not. I
Huh.
just wanted
I
to
was about to ask that. Huh? If someone wants to
okay.
do LLM also, so will this give them the benefit?
To be frank, LLM is not mandatory. It's a specialization. That's all. It's a added advantage. But
Hmm.
a simple LLB is okay for what do you say, to start your career as a in-house counsel. LLM will useful if you are growing up in the corporate ladder. If you want to be specializing as a contract manager, LLM in contracts law will do a good for you. Or if you are having a LLM in IPR, if you are going to pursue a career as a IP counsel, intellectual property practitioner, that will help you. But basically, LLB is sufficient.
Okay, yeah.
And one more thing, people always say whether after completing LLB, I want to do LLM, or I can go to work as a in-house counsel and then I can pursue LLM. It's basically up to them. And one thing, uh, what I suggest is once you enter corporate, you cannot study. You cannot go back to study. So if
Yeah.
you want to do LLM right after LLB, you just try to study LLM. That's one of the tips, because I always see people struggling even to do a small certification course or something, because once you enter this profession, the profession will take over fully. So those things, LLB is sufficient. And
And
then
there is one more thing, like nowadays a lot of certificate course is also there. So a certificate will have the impact if someone is going for that.
To be frank with you, certification is valuable, but it is
Hmm.
not mandatory. It is optional. That's what I put it in the last thing. Uh,
Yes.
I will tell you one thing. One of my mentee asked me a question. There is a certification course available in this site, whether I can go for this or not. I told uh, one prime example. Uh, do you learn swimming by just watching the swimming videos? You cannot do this. You have to literally go to the swimming pool and you have to try. The same
Correct.
way, this certification course on this contracts and all will just give you a value addition. But you have once you start learning this what's the art of drafting contracts, that will give you a better understanding. So certifications is okay. So and
Pricing is, sorry, practicing is more important
practicing more
basically.
important. Yeah, yeah.
Having the practical exposure.
Yeah, one thing, you can start from a scratch, because there are a lot of templates where they're but in initial years, instead of taking a template and working on it,
Hmm.
you can start from scratch. You can then only you can know what is this class and what is that class, and you can know the importance of putting a class or not removing class. And
Correct.
whatever you study in your law college is just what do you say, uh, just full of sections. Once you get into drafting, then only you can understand what is when I ask people about what is the most important clause in contracts,
Contract.
many of them start with the consideration, scope of work and all. But as a in-house counsel or as a counsel, I will always try to see limitation of liability, how I
Hmm.
limit my liability, or how I indemnify clause is one of the most important clause. Termination, whether there is a scope for termination, or termination for convenience are there, or termination for a clause is there, and what are the effects of post termination effects, and is the post major clause is sufficient, or what is LD, liquidated damages clause is there or not. So those are the basic, and most importantly, the scope of work is also there. So you have to start working on the contracts, then only you will get this. And
Correct.
coming back to this question, internship, as we already talked about internship, we can start with internships in law firms and then to corporates. That will give you a practical exposure. And also legal competitions like moot court, legal debates. That will give you a hands-on experience on what is it, to prepare yourself as a career in corporate law. And the most important thing is this: you have to choose the right mentor.
Right,
He will
mentor.
guide you for your thing. So choosing the right mentor is the most important thing.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, job opportunities. I think we have discussed about this also. Job opportunities in
Yeah.
corporate legal field.
Everywhere is there. MNCs, everything is there.
Correct.
And
So I think there is one question from Paridhi. So the first question she has asked is like, as you have tried different industries, so which industry gave you more benefits? So this is her first question.
okay,
And second question is, what is the difference between commercial and corporate law and finance and banking law, mercantile law, business law. There are different terms we use, right? So, is there any difference between all this thing?
I say, okay, I will start with first thing.
Huh.
Uh, the benefits in means every industry have their own set of benefits. If you work for a IT company, you will get a work life balance, work from home and other things. That benefits are there. If you go for a automotive company, your exposure will be different. So each and every industry will have a different set of comfort. NBFC will have a different. What do you say? They will pay you more. They will give incentives for once you recover a good amount of money. They will give money through incentive scheme and all. So every industries have their own set of benefits. If you prioritize work life balance, IT is the best suited for
Huh.
especially women. You can take work from home. You have that flexibility will be
There is
there.
a fixed time also, like that fixed time, then you will be free. But when it comes to law firm, you're working till like 11, 12. But when it comes to IT sector, as you mentioned, at least you will be free by 6, 7. So here comes the
Like
more
here the flexibility is like you can
flexibility.
log off at 10 or 11 o'clock. You can extend. You can what is it, schedule your own time, subject to your what is the company's discretion. So that is there. And coming to the next question, corporate law is general company law. Banking law is more into handling this SARFASI, the
Hmm.
laws which is relating to the banks, negotiable instrument acts, handling check bounce cases, handling NCLTs, and all will come
Yes.
into this banking and financial. Mercantile law is business law. Mercantile law and business law is one and the same.
Hmm.
So
Correct.
basically,
And
basically, yeah. If
no,
you
I
want
just
to
wanted to add one more thing. So she has asked. So you can continue. Then I'll ask the question. Huh.
Uh, here, what we say is a person who is handling everything is a general counsel, legal generalist. If you want to be a real estate lawyer, you can be a real estate lawyer by mastering yourself in this what is it, property related things. You can be a banking lawyer by having a good exposure on banking related laws like NCLTs, ZAPASI, checkbones, and all. It depends on each industry. There will be a different set of laws will be there. So that is the difference. So we can go to the next one.
Okay.
Sorry.
So basically, there is one more question. So nowadays, even I have seen a lot of lawyers after completing BA LLB or BBA LLB, they goes for MBA, right? So now the question is, should I do MBA HR after BBA LLB? Will it be beneficial to be a corporate lawyer and to be more business solution friendly or advisory to corporations, sir?
Uh, I don't think the thing is that LLB is itself sufficient. That's what I told. Even LLM is not mandatory. If you are going to be a HR head, legal plus HR head, you can do this MBA HR and all. Because the person who is sitting as a HR head after doing this MBA HR and all will come to you for advice relating to labor laws. So this is more specialized. LLB is more specialized because you will see in-depth law in labor laws in LLB than this MBA HR. MBA HR, if you are serious about what is it, having alternate what is it, career option as a HR, you can do it. Otherwise, it is not advisable. But apart from that, instead of doing an MBA HR, law students can do this. What I say, CIPP, Certified Institute of Privacy Professionals. The data privacy course are there. There are a lot of courses on this IPR, taxation. There are a lot of new courses are there. Taxation, insurance law, or even this National Law University Bangalore has a course uh, that non-law graduates also can do. This MBL, Master of Business Law. That is more beneficial than this MBA HR.
Yes, sir. So let's move on to the next question. If you can mention if someone wants to find a job in a corporate legal jobs, you can also mention few websites.
Ah,
Or
yes, yes.
okay.
So the thing is that LinkedIn is the primary source where you can get a lot of legal knowledge, a lot of job openings. And then apart from that, now free times all are there. Um, but instead of going to the LinkedIn, Naukri and all, the first place where you can get more jobs is through networking. Because if
Hmm.
there is an opening in my company, I will just try to speak to my when I speak to my colleagues, I will ask whether you have any references. So
Correct.
50% of the what do you say, openings will close within the team, within the
Networking.
networking reference itself. So try to what do you say, expand your network. Try to attend legal forums, corporate law events, meetups. Try to what do you say, connect to your college seniors, alumni through LinkedIn, and ask for referrals. Networking is one of the most how do you say, underrated job search mode. So you can use that. And once you are going in the internship, instead of treating this internship as a 9 to 5 work or trying to how do you say, uh, uh, make time, you can really demonstrate your value there by seeing your
Instead of
work.
just getting the certificate, try to learn something out of
Learn,
it.
try to learn, and you have to prove your value. You
To
have to
have
make them understand that okay, you are bringing a value to
some
that
value to the organization. Huh?
organization. Automatically, if you prove your value, they will try to take you on board, because
Hmm.
corporate needs good.
This is how also you're building the network. For example, right now, if I don't have the job availability in that situation, I'll give you the reference of someone else. Someone is
True,
looking for the job, I'll definitely recommend your name. So this is
true,
how also you build the network.
true, true. Sabri. That is one thing. So finally, there are a lot of legal groups are there, and a lot of legal sites are there,
Hmm.
just like you posting legal openings. So you can try that also.
Yeah. So let's move further. So if you can give few resume tips,
Resume
how to
tips.
prepare for the interview and resume tips, we can move on.
Okay, we'll start with resume because that is the
Yeah.
first step for interview. I have seen a lot of resume which is very irrelevant. It will run into pages, 6 7 pages, they put everything. So try to be for a fresher resume, because hiring managers, legal heads will not have time to read through all the 7 8 pages. uh, be Put relevant things, relevant internship, relevant projects. Try to be stick to 1 or 2 pages. For a fresher, it need not to be more than 2 pages. Stick to 1 or 2 pages maximum. um, Keep it concise with what is a clear formatting, and typo errors or spelling mistakes in a resume
Hmm.
will give a bad impression on you. And try to what is it, include your experience, how you have given value addition to the company or the internship where you have done, and what are the initiatives you have taken. So those things will give you a better clarity. And there are a lot of I have written a lot of things in LinkedIn about how to do a resume, and people are doing it. So you can take those things, and there are professional resume writers are also there. You can take their help also. But first thing, you need to understand your resume. You need to give inputs at what you are doing and what you are good at. Then only you can demonstrate those things. Then
Okay.
coming on to interviews,
Interview.
first thing, you need to how to say, um, be aware of your basics in law. You need to brush up your knowledge in the contracts, because the first thing as a fresher, once you're entering a interview, they will not ask about how you are experienced or not. They will just try to analyze how you are good at your basic things. So they will ask about the basic questions in law. What is the contract? How have you ever done contract? And what are the basic clauses of the contract? And how much you will try to limit your liability, or how you draft an indemnity clause, and what are those things. So be ready with your basics of contracts and compliance. And then whenever you're entering interview, try to study about the company. Once you know about the company and their business model only, you can give a better solution to them. So once you entering a finance company, be thorough with the finance related laws. If you are entering an IT sector, try to gain knowledge on the laws which is relating to their sector. So that's one thing. And try to demonstrate your problem solving skills with real life example, just like what
Hmm.
I have done it in this session about that shipper's case. In each and every interview, I will try to how to say, include this example from a real life to demonstrate that I have this out of box thinking, I have this team management skills and all. So try to demonstrate similar things which happened in your life, in your internships and all, and prepare for a interview in advance. Try to do a one-to-one session with your friend just to make yourself comfortable of how to practice for the interview.
Okay, perfect.
Yes. Anything.
So, hmm.
Okay. Career
So
goal.
finally, career growth and future opportunities, and you can also give the advice. So someone who wants to enter into a corporate law and someone who is passing out this year. So what are the key things they should keep in mind? And then finally, we can take few questions.
Sure, sure, Sophie. The first thing I will just run through this because
Ha.
uh, people will be more interested on money. Always I see,
Yes.
sir, if I want to join as a corporate lawyer, how much I will get? The thing is that
Ha,
basically
ha.
we are entering, the average salary in India is from 3 to 10 lakhs, and then sky is the limit based upon, and it is more like a demand and supply. So if you have demonstrated your problem solving skills, if you demonstrated your value, you will get a better pay. And after this mid level of career, 5 to 15 years, your salary can range anything between 10 to 25. And if you reach the senior level leadership, and don't see this because I just put this 25 to 50 is as a ballpark figure, because I have seen this head legal having getting one crore, 2 crores salaries and all. So sky is the
Hmm.
limit. So starting us, if you start slowly, you will get a better package once you cross this 15, 20 years experience or not. It's more like a, how to say, the wine will always get more value after aging. The more oldest wine will get a better thing. Same like for our profession, once you get more experience, you will get better thing. And coming on to the tips for young law graduates, the thing is that being in a college, try to take internships, uh, try to attend moot court, legal debates, legal essay writing, and other competitions that will give you hands-on experience on
Explore
practical experience,
everything. Just don't limit yourself, but explore everything.
everything.
This is how
And
you'll understand it, what is best suited for you and what is not.
one more thing, I always say that go to court and attend the courts
Huh.
internship. That will give you a clear idea whether you are best suited for litigation or not. Once because my senior told me, you just go to court for 6 months, then only you understand whether this court practice will suit you or not. That was also I also said. You go to court, be there for 6 months, you will understand. Okay, this is not my cup of tea, or this is best suited for me. So that is one thing. Network. Try to expand your network, and try to write as much as in LinkedIn or other pages, so that you will get a better visibility. You will create a brand. I have seen people who got job in publishing companies with a high package right after college, because they have already created a brand in LinkedIn. They try to write a lot in LinkedIn. So those things are there. Networking is there. You need to connect to your college seniors, or you can approach anyone through LinkedIn through a formal message. Sir, this is I'm doing this, and
Hmm.
this is my area of interest. And could you refer us? If there is any opening in your company, you can refer, or you can refer to your circle. You can approach politely.
Correct.
Finally, uh, try to bring value to the table. Once you
Correct.
demonstrate your value, automatically the company will pick you during internship itself.
Okay. So let's take few questions. So
Sure.
we have questions from Nivedya. So will first generation lawyer will find difficulty to establish themselves in corporate law? Will it affect their internship? Would love to know your opinion on this. And okay, yeah, this is a question.
Okay. One thing I think I'm one of the what do you say, most eligible person to answer this question, because I'm a first generation lawyer. I don't have
Huh.
any background in law, so but it is difficulty. But I will say that if you are entering corporate, it will not be a major difficulty. If you are in a practicing lawyer, that will be a difficulty because you cannot get clients in the initial stage. Um, there, the second generation lawyer will have an advantage while practicing, because they will always have a fixed set of clients are there, and fixed set of he can easily take over his father's cases. But here, as a corporate lawyer, it will not affect much. Only thing you need to expand your network. You need to once you expand your network, you will get a good amount of thing. Here there is no disparate like first generation lawyer, second generation lawyer. No.
Even I am from a first generation lawyer and I've done a lot of internships. So it does not make at all a difference. You're from a first generation lawyer, second generation lawyer. It does not make it all.
True,
No
true. And
difference
one
at all.
more thing, one more thing to add up. I always see first generation lawyers are doing well in this corporate and other
Well,
fields,
in this
because
in that.
the
Correct.
second generation lawyer, what they will do is they will try to take over their father's cases, father's office, and they will try to what do you say, safely run the board. Whereas people like you are what do you say, at this age you have started this legal wiki page, and it is a different thing. The first generation lawyers are always try to do different things.
Yeah, I'm also trying different things. This is how I'm also learning and implementing what I am learning right now.
Uh, that
Yes.
urge will be more in first generation lawyers.
Correct. Yeah. And
So,
that also gives
and
me a satisfaction than what I was doing earlier, but this is giving me more satisfaction. I'm trying every day something different.
good to know this, Ravi.
Yes.
And in my case also, as a first generation lawyer, I was clueless because it was 2009. I studied. I just passed out from a government law college. I don't have much background how to enter corporate and all. Um, one of my lecturer gave a reference to this company, and I got into this. Nowadays also, um, most of my colleagues will ask me, how do you find the time for this career coaching and all, and
Uh,
why you are doing this, because you're not getting anything from this, and you are getting a handsome pay there. Why you are wasting your time? You can chill like us. That's what normally the people will see. But I always feel that as a assistant lawyer, I got this opportunity and I'm here. So why not giving the same back to this our community?
Wonderful.
So that is
Wonderful.
their
So we have one question from Nidhi. I'm currently in my fourth year, have explored litigation field a bit through internship, and now I want to explore corporate field, but my CV is full of experiences in litigation field. Am I too late to start?
Nidhi. Nobody is too late to start. I have seen people who studied law at 60 after completing their what is it full time banker role. One guy started doing law at 60, and he's now practicing. He came to me. He was my what do you say badminton mate. Once he approached that I'm just 58 and just want to explore law. I told, okay, you can go for this. I just guided him. He finished law in 2000. He just joined in 2019. He finished in 2022. Um, then I told, you can just instead of going as a junior lawyer, I just told him you can be a. He's good at how do you say property laws. As a
Hmm.
banker, he used to handle this title clearance and all. I told that you can just put a small office near this registered office, and you can give legal opinion and all. Now he is running a what is it, small law firm with he has given employment to 3 4 people, and he is doing great just with some 3 years. So there is too never late, Nidhi. You are just in fourth year, right? You can take up some internship, corporate internship
Yes, sir.
now.
So we have one question from
And
Sundar
one more thing
G.
relating to this, Sravi, sorry to disturb. On this one, I always feel that corporate internship, more than corporate internship in what do you say, litigation field is more valuable, because you can understand this corporate within 1 or 2 internships. But as a in-house counsel, once you know this basic litigation, how the court works, then only you
Hmm.
can bring that value to the as a in-house counsel. Because people who doesn't have zero court experience will not be a good in-house counsel.
You will be able to relate the work,
Yeah,
whatever your
relate,
profile
or
is looking
you need
for.
to cross check. If someone says that
Ah,
after this stage this will come, you can cross check whether it is fine or they are bluffing. So that will help you.
yes. So, yeah, we have one question from Sundarji. I'm in a purchase role in an automotive company. Is there any special law careers for supply chain management to deal with domestic and overseas supplier conflicts? So, I'm not sure. Huh.
I'm also not sure. I don't know. There is separate law course, but there
Yes.
are this ADR courses are there. There are some internship are there. Some certification course are there. Sundarji, take my number and you just personally connect. I will check and update you.
Okay. So we have one question from Vrinda. So is there any recession like threat in legal corporate jobs as in case of IT?
Ah, yes, this is what we already discussed, and Brinda's obviously taken this question rightly. The thing is that even in the period of recession, all the other functions like software writers or others will have this threat of losing job and all. But for that also, lawyers will have to prepare this termination letter or everything. So, uh, if the economy is booming, there also lawyers will have good amount of demand. If the economy is in recession or something, there also our role is more important. So this will not affect much as equal to the other areas. Will
Correct.
will not will not feel that much heat during this recession.
Nidhi again messaged something, but I'm sure corporate areas won't select my CV for internships as it's full of litigation. How can I gain experience?
Nidhi, you just come out of this prejudiced mindset. Uh, who said the
Correct.
corporate won't take your CV? You
So
just
I
apply in
think there
this.
are so many things she should consider. The first thing is ki in which law firm she is applying for, which corporate role she's applying for. If she's directly applying for top tier law firms, or she can also start with boutique law firms. She can start working with some startups. She can start with tier two, tier three law firms. So that again she can gain that experience, confidence, because I think there is a lack of confidence in her that her
Confidence.
CV
Yes.
will not be shortlisted. So she need to gain that confidence. Yes, her CV can be shortlisted. You have to apply for more than 30, 40 places at the same time. Because I have talked to few law students who are working in who are actually the student of NUJS, and then applying for more than 100 places for the internships, and they're getting 2 to 3 responses. If a student from NUJS is facing such a problem, in that situation, if someone is not from a top tier law school, so in that situation, of course, you have to push yourself and put a lot of effort. So this is my opinion, I think.
So I agree with you. I agree with you, Surabhi. The only thing you need to approach the right, what is it, corporates and right people in the corporate, and you need to large amount of applications needs to be there, and networking also plays a vital role.
Hmm.
Maybe I think you can reach out to Surabhi or myself directly. We will try to help you out with internships.
Definitely. Yeah. Okay.
Anything else, Surabhi?
So I think we have covered everything, and so we can wind up the session also. So
Thank
thank you
you.
so much. Yeah.
Thank you, Surbi. Thank you for this insightful session. Looking forward for many more.
Yes. So thank you so much, Bharat, also for this insightful session. And I think it was truly invaluable. You have covered every aspect of corporate law, starting from what is corporate law till what you will be earning, different types of corporate law, how you can apply for the job, resume, internships, everything. I'm sure these sessions will be greatly helpful for the students, professionals. So thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you. The pleasure is mine.
And those who are watching this webinar, so basically we have other webinars also lined up. So if you have not registered yet for those webinar, you can definitely register. We do have a registration link in our caption also. And apart from this, we have also recently launched a quiz competition on the latest legal news. So basically this questions will be prepared by the experts. We have onboarded knowledge partners for the same. So if you want to register, you can register as soon as possible because we are closing the registration around 30th April. So that's it from my end. And don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for our upcoming webinars. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Bharat.
Thank you, Surbi.
Thank you.